All right, what's going on, guys? It's Nando back again with one more video. Thanks for stopping by. And we're going to be talking about the Insta360 One R. This is not my first review on this camera. I've actually done one already, and I've actually compared this with the GoPro Max. What I want to talk about in this video is kind of what I've found to be the most annoying thing about this camera, especially in a time where tons and tons of people are praising it for its value and for its capabilities, both in 360 and in just the 4K mod that comes with it. And with that being said, I specifically want to focus on the 4K mod and the mods in general. And the reason being is this camera touts your full, all-in-one solution, if you will. Here's a problem with this camera. In order for you to access and use this camera as an all-in-one solution, you actually have to remove the mods. You have to remove them. You got to take this guy out or that guy out, and then you're going to have to replace it with the other mod. Why is that such a big issue? Why is that such a big problem? Well, when you are out filming, shooting photos, mostly filming, and you have to stop what you're doing, reach into your bag, your pocket, whatever it is else that you're carrying with you, spend 30 seconds or less, probably even more if you want to be careful, to remove one mod to place the other mod and then go back into shooting, you're losing valuable time. You're creating a nuisance. You're creating one more thing you have to worry about and focus on. Now, since the video, and I'll link it above, of the 360 One R versus GoPro Max, I've actually sold my GoPro Max. I'm filming this video on a GoPro Hero 8, okay? And the reason why I sold the GoPro Max is because I sat there and I'm like, man, I like the 360 capabilities of this camera. I don't care for the 4K mod, because the 4K mod, like, in my opinion, if you're going to get this kind of camera, the Insta360 or GoPro Max, you're obviously into 360 videography. Because if you're going to get a 4K camera, gosh, get what I'm recording on right now, which is GoPro Hero 8, and call it a day. I mean, in my opinion, that's as good as it gets when it comes to action cameras right now. So if you're going to go ahead and go out of your way to get a 360 camera, understanding its limitations when it comes to editing, file size, so forth and so on, and then you have a competitor like GoPro Max that allows you to do the same thing, but with one big difference, and man, do I miss that difference. I really miss that difference, and I talked about it briefly as one of the pros for the GoPro Max when I made that review. But the ability to not have to swap out one mod for the other, and the ability to, on the fly, be able to switch from a 360 recording to a 1440p recording in hero mode, that's crucial. That truly is one camera does it all. Now, someone's going to say in the comment section below, well, that doesn't shoot 4K. Well, of course it doesn't shoot 4K, but neither does this camera. This camera, as a 360 camera, does not shoot 4K. And this camera, as a 4K module, does not shoot 360. You guys have to understand, they're selling you a kit with mods. GoPro is selling you one camera that does it pretty much all. And then, of course, you can get into the whole, like, who edits better, who looks better, what sounds better. And those are much more fair comparisons, because those are all on a level playing field. But once you go ahead and have to remove this mod, and this camera becomes a liability. In other words, I'm paranoid. I took this with me about 2-3 weeks ago when I went on a greenway on my e-bike over there, and I was shooting in 360, and then I wanted to shoot in 4K. I had to stop the bike, get out of the bike, reach into my bag, go ahead and pull out the other mod, put it back in. Then I was trying to figure out exactly where I was gonna, what mod I was gonna use, or where I was gonna put the mod that I was filming with, and that became a whole thing. I realized that took a lot more time than what I wanted to. And it was at that point, guys, that I realized that whole exchange of one mod to another mod and where I was going to properly place it, I didn't have a case for it. I'm just putting it in my bag, and I'm pretty neat and organized with my tech. But it was at that point that whole interaction, that whole exchange from one mod to the other, and the possibility that I could drop one or, quickly miss a shot or whatever it is that I wanted to do, that I realized, man, I miss my GoPro Max. I truly do. But 1440, 2K, come on, guys. That's more than enough. For what we're doing, that is so more than enough. I think that most of you all will agree, and please let me know in the comment section below if that's not the case. Because if you are shooting in 2K, 1440p, and you're uploading to YouTube, your footage is already going to be compressed. So if you start at 1080p, it's going to look worse than 1080p. If you shoot at 4K, it's going to look a little less than 4K, so forth and so on. So what's more important? I mean, to some, having that interchangeability is that importance. And let me know in the comment section below if that's the case with you. But what I've realized this past 2 weeks of shooting with this camera is I love this camera for a 360 camera. And I've said that before in a previous video. I wish that Insta360 One R would literally just come out with the 360 and that's it. 300 bucks, 350 bucks, call it a day. And I would just get this as a 360 camera, and I would get my GoPro Hero 8 for the 4K, which is essentially what I'm doing now. I mean, I'm recording with the GoPro, and this is my 360 camera dedicated. But I am seriously considering selling this, returning the GoPro Hero 8, and going back to GoPro Max full, all in, through and through. With that being said, guys, let me know in the comment section below if what I'm telling you kind of makes sense. Are you like understanding that? Are you guys against that? What's been your take on the whole mod situation? What do you end up using more? Are you guys ending using the 360 mod more or the 4K mod more? Because once you put in a week or two of using this camera, you'll realize pretty quickly which mod is the one that's going to be on your camera more often. And with that being said, I'm going to probably sell this here, and I'll probably sell it on Swappa. So if you guys are interested in buying this, let me know in the comment section below, and we'll go from there, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Like always, it was Nando. Peace, salute, stay safe, enjoy some golf, stay geeky, and avoid the mosquitoes, because I've already been bit by 10 of them since recording this video. All right, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Adios.